Okay, here we go. Part two. So we have the basics going. We're making some money. We got $228,000 sitting here, and we're looking good. We're still hack level 22. It's just growing as our hack scripts run and as our hack net stuff runs. I wanted to talk about some other things that you can do in the game. You can create programs under hacking. The very bottom is create programs, and you're going to want to pay attention to these. I would take a minute to look, because each one of these programs, which you have to write, well, let me clarify that. You don't actually do the coding. You just say, hey, write this code, and it's going to take some time for the game to make that so that you can use it. And this is Autolink is the first one. This program allows you to directly connect to other servers through the scan analyze command. So that's going to be really handy. It unlocks at level 25 and we are 23. So pretty soon we're going to be able to make that program and have access to it. What I really want is this one, the brute SSH, which brute forces an attack on the server so that it opens up some ports that we can get into. We'll get to all this stuff. Okay, so you can make some programs, but pay attention. Level 25 comes up real quick, and that's going to be kind of handy. Another thing we can do is under the world section on the left is we can go to the city, and we talked about this, or we kind of went through it in the tutorial. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Here you can see food and stuff. You can apply to be an employee at the place we're hacking. Right? You can be a part-time employee, and there's no penalties for doing something else simultaneously. So if you want to be a part-time employee, you can do a couple things. You can do a couple of them at a time. But that's going to get you $100 a second. So that's another way to earn some money. You could be a full-time employee for an extra 10 bucks. And if we return to the world, there's all kinds of stuff in here that we can look at. One of them is which is Rotham University. And if we click into here, we can gain some experience in our hacking for free. Uh-oh, we got a message. I know you can sense it. I know you're searching for it. Why you spend night after night at your computer. It's real, and I've seen it. And I can help you find it, but not right now. You're not ready yet. Use the program. Or use this program to track your progress. The flight.exe program was added to your home computer. This message is saved, so you can go check it again. We'll get to that here in just a second. So if I click on here for free, we're going to increase our hacking experience points 1 every second. And you can kind of watch this bar progress go a little bit, and a little bit. And do some stuff. So this is an option if you're tired of, if you need hacking points real quick, you can come into there. And then once you close out of that, it tells you how many points you've gained. You can also go to the slums and do some crimes. So if you want to go do some shoplifting, it's going to get you some cash if you succeed. It's another way of getting real good cash. I recommend doing this. Maybe, fire this off, let it sit here. Go watch Simpsons, go on a jog, go watch a movie, go swap out the laundry. I don't know, set a 30-minute timer, go read a book, and then come back here. This is a good way to get you some money and some dexterity and agility, which you don't really need a whole lot of for most of the game, but it's fun to have. Okay, there's lots of different crimes that you can do. I kind of do this when I've got everything else set up, so I don't do it a whole lot. We can go to Joe's Guns and apply to be an employee for 110. There's not much we can do. I don't need $100 right now. We're doing okay. The one you really want to pay attention to is Alpha Enterprises with T. This is where you go to upgrade your server, your home server. We can upgrade it from 8 gigabytes to 16 gigabytes for $1 million. We're a quarter of the way there. But if we wanted to, we can buy additional servers here. Right? So we could buy a 4 gig server for the 220,000 that we have access to now. But I don't want to just waste it on a 4 gig. I kind of want to wait till we have more money and we can buy a more powerful machine. Okay. We can also apply to work here, but our hacking level has to be up a little bit higher. We'll get there. We'll get there. If you want, you can travel to other locations in the world. Currently, we're in S in America. But if you want to go someplace, it's 200,000. And if you want to come back, it's another 200,000. I don't want to get stuck someplace. So we're not going to do any of that. But it's there for you. So another thing we can do while we're waiting for some more money is check out, well, first we can start creating, we're level 29. We can start creating our program for Autolink. And in order to do that, once it says create program, you just click it and it's going to take 14 minutes. We can do something else simultaneously. So that's going to run in the background and it's going to take a little longer, but it's one way to get around that. I don't want to sit and watch that for 15 minutes. But what we can do is check up in our scripts. Let's see if Joe's Guns is making any money. Doesn't look like it yet. Hack Sigma, not yet. Food and Stuff, not yet. Home. Yeah, we're making our most money just running it from home. Going to Noodles. That's fine. Close all those up. All right, let's go back to our terminal and take a look at this. And if we hit PS, it's going to show us all of the scripts running. And that's our hack 01. If we hit top, we can see that hack 01 is using one thread. We can hit free. We still have 5.4 gigabytes available on our home server until we upgrade that. I think it's at 1 million. And that's fine. Let's do a scan analyze to list all of the servers available. We're at level 31. Okay, so we know we're at Joe's. We got the top. We're at Noodles, Food and Stuff, Sigma Cosmetic, and Joe's Guns. The next one available is HongFang Tea. So let's connect to HongFang Tea. We are connected. Let's do an analyze. See what we're working with here. They got 16 gigs of memory. Takes 1.5 minutes to hack. Required hacking skill for hack and backdoor is 30. We're at 32. So let's try it. Let's try to run nuke.exe and see what happens. Hey, we succeeded. Let's run that backdoor. That's what I wanted to find out in the documentation. Is it under hacking? I thought I saw something in here talking about backdoor. Yeah, backdoors. Servers can be hacked, can also have backdoors installed. These will provide you with a benefit. The services may be cheaper, penalties may be reduced, or there may be other results. Honeypots exist and will let factions know when you have succeeded at backdooring their systems. Once you have a backdoor installed, you can connect to that server directly. Okay. When you visit a location in the city and see that the name is partially scrambled, this indicates that you have backdoored the server related to that location. Okay, so there are some benefits. Services may be cheaper, penalties may be reduced, or there may be other results. So there's just do it. How about that? Just do it. Okay, so we are in their server. Total money is 3 million right now. So let's go back home. And I want to do an ls. And I want to create a new program called hack. Let's call this hackt.js with the nano command. And we're going to change the name. This is going to be HongFang T. Control S to save it. And then we need to SCP copy that hackt.js to the HongFang T server. Cool. Now we can connect to the HongFang T server, do an ls, run hack t.js with threads 6, because we've run this before on 2 other servers that have 16 gigabytes. And now we are running a hack program on the HongFang T. Let's go home. Clear the screen because I don't like seeing all that crap in my face. We can see that we're hacking them. There we go. Logs, we can take this. So their maximum that they can have is 75 million. They currently have, doesn't show, but it's going to take a while for them to get the security down and the money up. It's okay. There we go. Terminal, we're level 35. Let's do a scan and scan dash analyze space 2. This is going to give us 2 levels deep. We're level 35 and I don't see, there we go. Here's another one we can access. It has another 16 gig, but it's under the Harakiri Sushi node. So we need to, our program is not done yet. So we need to connect Harakiri-sushi. We can scan from there and connect to Nectar Net. Do an analyze on the new system. We need to be level 20. So we're going to run nuke.exe. Backdoor. Let's run it while we're here. Okay, so total money available on the server is 2.75 million. It's a nightclub, Nectar Nightclub Network. That's a fun thing to say. 16 gigabytes. And if we go back up and do another analyze, we can see that we are ready to go. Let's just do this here. So let's do a nano hack nectar.js. We already have all of the code copied. Run at Nectar Net is the name of the server. Control C or S to save it. We can do an ls to confirm that that is on this server. We're going to run hack nectar.js with 6 servers because it's also 6. We can check to see how much free memory we have. We can also type mem. Oh, can't do that. We can do memory hack nectar.js and it's going to tell us all the memory that that's using for that file, which is fun. Okay. We just got a new thing. Now I want to ls and I want to cps hack nectar.js home. I want a copy of that on my home server for fun. We can go home, I can ls, there it is. Hack Nectar, all the hack files that we have for the various servers are here. Let's do another scan Analyze, we're at level 39. Oops. Scan, analyze, 2 levels in. I don't see, we're at level 39. Whoa, just got a big jump. We're almost ready to hack Harakiri Sushi. So this is a hurry up and wait kind of situation. And that's fine. Let's go back to the city and go back to Alpha Enterprises. We still need a little bit more. We need another 100,000 before we can purchase this next larger, the 8 gig server, which I want to do. Because if we come back and look at our home, our home server is 8 gigs. So if we're going to run more scripts, we might as well just have, maybe I'll just wait. All right, we're hack level 40. Oh, here we go. Another message from an unknown sender. Soon you'll be contacted by hacking group CyberSec. They will help you with your search. You should join them, garner their favor, and exploit them for their augmentations. But do not trust them. They are not what they seem. No one is. All right. That's cool. That's cool. All right, let's go get Harakiri Sushi. I'm going to I don't want to copy that yet. We're going to go to connect Harakiri-Sushi. We're in. Analyze. See what we got here. We're going to run our nuke.exe to hack them. Got it. Backdoor. And give ourselves a bonus. There we go. And we're going to nano hack sushi.js. This needs to be Harakiri Sushi. There we go. We close that. Terminal. ls, confirm it's there. CPS. Hack sushi.js home. Run. Well, server is 16 gigabytes. Run hack sushi.js. Oops. With 6 threads. There we go. We running it. Home CLS. Oops. CLS. We running anything from home? Yeah, we're still hacking noodles from here. Okay. We can go to active scripts, see that it is actually, in fact, running over there. Nothing's going on anywhere yet. Food and stuff. You making me money? Let's do this. It takes a while. And if we go look at statistics and look at our money, our hacking has brought in 288,000. Hack Net has brought in 88,000. So hacking's working. It's just slow for now. That is fine. And we can increase this if we want to. I can buy 71 more levels. And really get things going. I want to wait though. I want to buy do I want to buy another server? Let's buy more gigs. Didn't really increase our money per. So let's just go ahead and max this out. So we're making 27. Now we're making 135. So we should be making more money. And this is the part of the incremental gaming aspect that should be familiar with if you've played incremental games before. There's always one thing that's going to make you a little bit of money, and then you can upgrade it, and then it'll get to a point where like, okay, this isn't making me as much as it probably could. We could purchase another node, and increase that and be making a whole bunch of cash. I kind of like doing the hacking stuff and want that to pay off better. But that's fine. I mean, at this point, however much money we get, we can also come in here and take the money that we're earning, and we can gain some more experience for hacking. We can also do charisma experience, which can help with jobs. Well, let's go ahead and spend some of our hard-earned cash on hacking, and look how fast this thing is going now. Can really ramp up our hacking speed or levels to get it up to where you want to go. There's something else that we could do. I think everything else, the hospital, get treated for wounds. I don't really need that. Entertainment. Yeah, we can't afford any of this because we just spent all our money on other things. We can also get a job. Can we? Oh, we need extra money there. But if we go to food and stuff, let's apply to be a part-time employee, and then we can work. Now, as we do this, we're gaining experience points in everything. Company reputation, strength, defense, dexterity, agility, and charisma. Aaron, you're a hacker. Why do you need strength and dexterity? Some jobs and missions in the game are tough. If you're going to be a security guard, you're going to want strength, you're going to want dexterity and defense in order to complete those jobs. So there's reasons to do it. It's just a little fun thing. I mostly focus on hacking. So we can click this so we can do something else. Wait. We stopped working on our program. We need our program. So let's keep working on that. Our Autolink program. All right, what else can we do? We have... Let's go into our terminal. We're level 49. We're about to hit 50. So let's scan, analyze, and all right, we're going to go back and hit space 2 because one of these said, I thought one of these said 50. Oh, it does, but it says 58. So we can't really hack anymore because we're hacking everything we can hack at our current hack level. So the other thing we can do is we can't because we need to focus on this Autolink program. I just want to get it done and out of the way. Active scripts. Let's go back while we're waiting. Let's go to our script editor and see if we can make this more better. Uh-oh. Received the message. You've been watching you. Your skills are very impressive, but you're wasting your talents. If you join us, you can put your skills to good use and change the world forever. If you join us, we can unlock your full potential. But first, you must pass our test. Find and install a backdoor on our server, CyberSec. All right, this meeting was saved in SCEC test. Okay, on your home computer. Okay, so that's level 50. If we go back, all right, we need 8 more points to hack the SCES server. So let's go. Waiting. That's fine. I want to adjust the script so that we can just have one hack script. And then customize it on every server. And to do that, we're going to need arguments. And that will be done. I have other scripts that I've used, but I don't want to just use them. Oh, you finished the Autolink program. Okay, cool. So Autolink program, let's CLS this. We're still at our home. So now if I do scan, dash analyze. Now all of these locations are underscored with a link. So if I want to go to Joe's Guns, I click it, I'm just instantly connected to Joe's Guns. It's a quick little thing. But we got that out of the way. The next thing we can do, we can do it now. Brute SSH. I want to get that working. That's going to take 10 minutes. That's going to let us, some of these servers that we're going to get into need to don't have any open ports. And so we're going to have to brute SSH to force some of those ports to open so that we can nuke them and have access to those servers. So definitely need to unlock brute SSH as soon as possible. Where was I? Script editor. Okay, we're in the script editor. And what I want to do is I want to Control-C to copy all of this. And I don't think I can just create a new file from scratch. I think I have to, this is new. I think I have to go in terminal and documentation, save, beautify, options. Oh, we can do all kinds of stuff to the, if you don't like the text, you can change all that stuff. We can hit beautify to make it look nice. Save it. Let's go to our terminal and let's go home. And if we do an ls, I think we already have a hack01. Yeah. So let's nano a new file. Let's call this genhack.j, generic hack. All right, we're in there. We're going to paste all that into, but I want to use arguments in this. And so we have our main NS here, and that's going to let us get into some API calls. So I want my target to be ns dot args, and we're going to need a bracket, a square bracket, and then the first one is going to be noodles. That's the name. Let's document here, name of server. Yeah. All right, that's our first argument. I want a second argument for the security threshold. So I'm going to come up here and let's copy that down because I want to keep the original. So this is going to be divided by, I guess we don't need it. Yeah, let's just leave this. Right? I think everything else I want to be the same for now. We can come back. So our general hack is going to take in an argument. Target 0 is going to be the first argument, and it's going to be the name of the server. How does that work, Aaron? Aaron, what are you doing? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit top to see all of the programs that are listed. First of all, let's see if that changed the file. 2.6 gigabytes, still the same size. So I'm going to check the scripts that I'm running, and I'm running that hack01, which we know is hitting noodles. All right. So I'm going to hit kill all command, and that's going to kill all running scripts on this server. I want to connect to noodles, and now I'm on the noodles server. We can analyze to verify that there's some information that's all available to us. It's got 4 gigabytes of memory. So now what I can do is I got to go back home, hit ls. I need a CPS. I need to copy our genhack.js to noodles. It's copied. Connect noodles. ls. Sure enough, there it is. So now I'm going to run genhack.js. I'm going to just leave it because I can only run it once. But I'm going to give it an argument, and it needs to be noodles, because that's the first argument in that we're passing into this program as we fired off to run. So we want to hack noodles. So the first argument is noodles, and now it is running. We can see that it's running. I only have 1.4 gigs left, so I couldn't run this a second time because it's a beefier file. But if we go to the script, active scripts, we can see that we're hacking noodles with our genhack script. And if we go into it, there we go. There's our file, the argument that we passed in for noodles. So now we really don't need any of these other, I don't need hack food, because we now have a new generic file that we can fire off. But we need to copy that over, scp genhack.js. Let's copy it over to, what's the next one? Food and stuff. And we need to send it over to Sigma Cosmetics. Cosmetics. I know it's spelled. We need to send it over to Joe's Guns. Don't have to. I mean, we could send this to wherever we want. Iron Gym. We don't have that. Watch what happens when you try to send a file to a place you don't have access to. Oh, it is? What? How are we connecting to? We can connect to it. Oh, I already sent the file there? Wait a minute. Can I just run a file? Okay. I can just go over there. Run genhack.js. First of all, let's analyze. I can't believe I've been playing this for so long. Analyze, there's no backdoor, no access. But if I run, hold on. Am I this stupid? Script editor, genhack. We nuke it to get access to the server. Are you kidding me? Run genhack.js. 32, so we can run this 12 times? Uh, 2.6, oh wait, 32 divided by 2.6, yeah, 12 times. Math didn't fail me there. We're gonna run threads 12, and we want this to be Iron Gym. Don't have root access. Okay, so it won't run because the nuke program. All right, that's fine. We got to learn somehow. Run nuke.exe. Unsuccessful. Not enough ports have been opened. Required number of ports 1. So we need to have at least 1 open, and we can see here that SSH, everything's closed. That's why we need this brute SSH exe. It's gonna take another couple minutes. So we can't get into there until we got things going, but we already got our hack program in there. Interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's go home. Let's CLS. Let's look at top. See, we don't have any programs running on our PC. Our level is 62. Our hack level. We got almost $250,000. If we go into City and Alpha Enterprises, yeah, we still don't have enough for another server. It's fine. It'll come. Now, I really didn't need to copy that file over to every other server. But once you have a program you really like and works really well, I don't see why you wouldn't want to have that running on every server. The script didn't actually change. The only thing that changed is we're now setting up one argument so that this generic file can be run on anywhere. We just give it a name and tell it what the target is as we run that program. So it's not hard coded in there. It's more dynamic. Which is nice because then I just have to have one file instead of recreating another file every time. So what are we working on here? Let's do focus on this. I guess. Yeah, there's always, I feel like there's always something I should be doing. We have a job. We could work the job. No, we can't because we're trying to create our program. 52 seconds. Let's just sit here, Aaron. Don't get sidetracked. Don't get sidetracked. What? Don't get sidetracked. 30 seconds. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. We're almost done. Once we have this, we can start hacking some places. Well, a couple more spots. Now, I'm kind of being a little aggressive on this with my hacks or my scripts because I want to start off being a little more dynamic. Here we go. You know what I mean? I can't create any more until I'm level 75. We're getting there. And that's fine. Scan. Oh, we want to go to, let's connect Iron Gem and analyze it. There we go. No root access. So if we run nuke.exe, unsuccessful, not enough ports open. Okay, well, let's run brute ssh.exe. Bang, now we got open port 22. And if we go do analyze again, it's going to show us that the SSH port is now open. Now we can nuke it. And now we're in. And it says 32 gigabytes, which I said was 12 times. So if we ls, we now have our genhack. We can run genhack.js with some threads of 12 threads. And we want you to pass in an argument of iron gem. Hey, Aaron. Genhack, not renhack. There we go. Free, how much do we got? 0.8 gigabytes available to us. Hit top, we can see that it is in fact running on 12 threads. And we can see in our active scripts that the Iron Gem hack program is running. We can look at it. We passed in these arguments of Iron Gem. See, that's different now. If we go to food and stuff, there's no arguments. We didn't pass anything in because we hard-coded that data into the script. But here we can see that we passed in the arguments of Iron Gem, and on noodles, we can see that we passed in noodles, and the other ones don't have any arguments, right? So we passed in our Iron Gem. Now let's check out the logs. I like to look at the logs just for funsies. You're going to be a nerd and look at logs. So on Iron Gem, the maximum the server can have is 50 million. And according to the script we wrote, we're not going to start pinging it until we hit 250 million, which is half of that. The minimum server security minimum is 10. The current security is 30. It's going to be in 22 minutes. It's going to run through this thing again. So this is one that I'm not looking to get money off this today. If I let this run overnight, I might start getting some returns on that. Okay. Total production since last augment installed. We can talk about augmentations. I kind of don't want to. Let's just wait. All right, let's go back home. Clear the screen. Scan dash analyze space 2 to give us 2 levels in. We're level 67. Is there anything? Ah, here we go. The CE. Yep, we're going to do it. Now notice where it is. It's nested in the Sigma Cosmetics. So I'm going to click on Sigma Cosmetics. We can do that now because of our cool automatic links program. And I can scan from that server, and it's going to show me I've got 2 other locations, Max Hardware and CSEC. I want to connect to CSEC, and we're going to analyze that. It's all closed. Required number of open ports is 1. So we know right now that they're all closed and we need 1. So let's run the brute ssh.exe. Succeeded. Run nuke.exe. Succeeded. We can now run scripts on the server. We're going to go home. ls scp our genhack.js to SCES. It's there. And if we scroll up here, can I just connect to it from here? I can. We're going to ls. And now, well, first of all, let's catalog and read this. Well, we can just open it. They rose from the shadows. Democracy is dead. A fall of an empire. Hey, fun stuff. Science fiction. It was pretty fun. All right, let's run our script. genhack.js. We'll just run it once, so we don't need any threads. And this is going to be CES. That's our argument that we need to pass in. Now we're running a script on that server. We don't need much. It's only got 8 gigs anyway. That's fine. Let's go back home. CLS home ls CS test message. We've been watching. Test your skills. If you can join us, skills first you must find and install the backdoor on our server. That's what we needed to do. So let's scan. Oh, I got to do the scan analyze. Why can't I type that word? Oops. To CES backdoor. There we go. We had to run the backdoor, which I didn't do. I skipped a step. Bang. There we go. You received a faction invitation. Would you like to join CyberSec? Sure, let's join them. Now under character on the left, we've got a new listing. We got stats, factions, and hacknet. I want to go to factions, and here's information about your factions. You can join multiple factions. There's not a problem. Not a problem at all. So we can see that we're now a part of the CyberSec faction. We have 6 augmentations left. We can see the details about this faction if we hit the details button. So information, this third thing is built. We fully don't understand the largest experiment in anarchy that we have ever had. And as the world becomes increasingly dominated by it, society approaches the brink of total chaos. We serve only to protect society, to protect humanity, to protect the world from imminent collapse. And then we have some reputation points, which is just growing. That's fine. It's pretty slow. We have favor, which I have not figured. Increases the rate at which you earn reputation. This faction is 1% per favor, is gained whenever you install an augmentation. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. So we don't have any faction favor going on now. So we got some things that we can do. Perform work, carry out assignments for your faction to help further its cause. By doing so, you're going to earn reputation for your faction. You'll also gain reputation passively over time, although at a very slow rate. Earning reputation will allow you to purchase augmentations through this faction, which are powerful upgrades that enhance your abilities. So, augmentations, let's get into it since we've just said that word about 1,000 times. If you go to your documentation, there's going to be a section here on augmentations. And basically, this is this game's, because we're an incremental game, this augmentations are the prestiging section of the mechanics of this game. So they are things that you can attach to your character, because this is a cyberpunk, right? We're going to get augmentations. We're going to get add, memory enhancements and all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to cyberize ourselves. But when you install these, you can buy as many as you want, and they're just sitting there until you install them. Now, when you install them, it resets your game, right? You'll gain benefits from your purchased augmentations. You won't get them until you install them. You can choose to install augmentations through the augmentation menu tab found under your character, which we don't have because we haven't bought any yet. Installing augmentations has side effects. You lose most of your progress you made, including your skills, traits, and money. You will start over, but you'll have all of the augmentations you have installed previously. It's this game's prestige mechanic. When you install your augmentations, you're going to lose your current stats and skills, all your money, all your scripts on servers, except for your home server. So while you want to have a backup of all of your scripts on your home server, they will never be deleted. Any servers you purchased are gone. Hacknet nodes gone. Companies, faction, everything but favor is gone. Jobs gone. Membership, factions gone. Programs gone. Stocks gone. Router gone. So everything you do keep is your augmentations that you've previously installed. You keep all of the scripts that are on your home computer. You keep all of your upgrades to your home computer, that's your RAM and your core, and you keep your World Stock Exchange account and TIX API access. I don't know what that stuff is yet. Okay. You don't have to, in augmentations, you don't have to buy one and install it. You can have a bunch. Just buy them. Don't install them. Just buy a bunch. This is going to take a while to do. So that's what happens under factions. So details, we can do hacking contracts. This is completing contracts for the faction. Your effectiveness, which determines how much reputation you gain for this faction, is based completely on your hacking skills. Okay. So we know that our hacking skill is 74. So if I go hack contracts, and this is just a sit and wait type of situation, we can do other things, but we can see that we're only going to get 0.379 reputation per second. It's not a lot. And that's based on our hacking. And we're going to stop that. The other thing we can do is come down here and look at the augmentations. You don't have to buy it. You can't buy any right now. We don't have the money and we don't have the reputation points, but we can look at what they are. So this first one is the Neuroflux Governator. Undetectable adamantium nanobots injected in your bloodstream. The Neuroflux generator monitors and regulates all aspects of the human body, essentially governing the body. By doing so, it improves the user's performance for most actions. So this is a general augmentation that you could buy. Can be leveled up indefinitely. You can buy multiples of these. In fact, each one you buy level 1, and then that unlocks level 2, and it costs more to get that. It increases most multipliers by 1%, stacking multiplicativity, right? So that's the governor. Bitwire, a small brain implant in the cerebrum. This regulates and improves the brain's computing capabilities. This is going to give you a plus 5% on your hacking skills. Now, again, this doesn't affect your current state because we have not bought it. We have not installed it. But when we do buy this, once it's installed, it's going to reset most of the game and give us plus 5% to our hacking skills. Okay. Synaptic enhancement implant is going to give us 3% faster hack, grow, and weaken. So those scripts that we're running, this is going to help improve those as they run, as we hack, grow, and weaken. Cranial signal processors generation 1 is going to give us 5% to our hacking skill and 1% faster hack, grow, weaken. Cranial processor 2, which is dependent on the first one, is going to give us much more stuff. 5% bonus to our hack success chance. The Neuro Trainer is going to give us 10% experience for all skills. This is kind of early mid game or late early game. We need a lot of money. We need a lot of reputation. That's all based on our hack skills. All right. So there's stuff to do there. But right now I'm level 75 or 77, which means we can start creating a couple of different programs. One is Deep Scan version 1. This program allows you to use the deep scan and use the scan analyze command with a depth of up to 5. Right now we can do scan analyze 3. So if I come to the terminal, we've been using 2, but if I go do scan analyze 3, we're going to have even more servers that we can drill down to. So NeoNet, which we have access to. We can then go to Computech, Crush Fitness, and then Summit Uni, but we don't have near the hacking skills for those. So it opens up a lot more access for us. We could also do Server Profiler. This program is used to display hacking and net scripted related information about servers. I kind of want to do this one. Let's do it. It's going to take 30 minutes. That ain't happening on this video, but we'll get it running and set it to the side to focus on. I think there's a couple of servers that we can get into. Oh, this is where we analyzed from the SCC. Let's go home and run our scan analyzer 3 from home. We're getting close to getting max hardware. It needs 80. We could do NeoNat. We can do 0 now. There's a lot of new hacking that we could be doing, getting some stuff up and running. I'll get to it later. But I want to talk about that. So factions, you want to do factions, you want to increase your ranking and purchase augmentations when you can. Now, this is going to take a lot of money, right? The Neuroflux is we need 750,000. Some of these are in the millions, 10 million for that one, 125 million for this one, plus a bunch of different rep that we don't even have. So what I do in the meantime, while I'm kind of like, and this is the very beginning, I get hack scripts running on every server that I can. We're creating programs. Sometimes what I'll do, like, I'll go watch a movie. I'll hit the slums if I need a bunch of cash, and I'll just start robbing stores. This is a pretty good one because it gives you 400,000. If you, when you succeed, it gives you $400,000 plus some hacking experience, dexterity, and agility. This is not a bad one. It takes like a minute to run through it. I'm not going to do that now because I was trying to do this program. But there's lots of other things that you can do while you're doing that. We can go home, CLS. We can take a look at our scripts. Oh, flight. That program that we got really early on, we can run flight.exe, and that's part of the game. We don't, it's going to check off some things as soon as we meet the criteria. We need to have 30 augmentations installed. We need to have $100 billion, and we need to have our hacking skill at 200 or 2,500. This is long term, so I'm not really worried about it. But we have some other things that we can take a look at. Like while we're waiting, we can go into our script editor. We can look at our script and say, is this really how I want things to run? We can create our own scripts and do all kinds of stuff. What I did at first was I just went through and read all the documentation for what I could do up until now. It's got a whole section on factions, talking about reputation and augmentations. Crimes. We can learn about crimes if you want. Is there anything else? Hacking algorithm. Oh, we already looked at that. Kind of. Pros, self-contained algorithms. The pros, easy to implement, does not require other scripts to work, works on any stage of the game. The cons, limits income generation, extremely RAM inefficient, utilizes scripts only, online time poorly, risk of over hacking. So this is talking about self-contained algorithms versus loops. Yeah, you want your loop forever. Batch algorithm. I haven't even looked at this. Difficulty hard, maximizes potential income. Very difficult to implement without prior programming knowledge. Very difficult to make work on servers with less than 1 terabyte of RAM. So that ain't going to work for us. But we might be able to look at some of this stuff. I don't know. Hacking algorithms. I don't like some of that stuff. I like what I've done so far. There's all kinds of resources, learning to program, remote APIs, change logs, script migration guides. There's all kinds of stuff. We could go into scripts. Arguments, we kind of learned about that. You use flags and arguments, which increase logic. Yeah, multi-threading scripts, never ending, working with scripts in terminal. It's all kinds of stuff you can read and get familiar with. Anyway, we're looking pretty good. We're still in Sector 12. We do have a job, but we're trying to write a program right now. Hacking skill is 81. Everything else is really low. This is just, we're just starting off. But it's a lot of fun. Again, this is Bitburner, free on Steam. It's free to play. There's nothing. You don't get ads. You don't get anything. You just free to play. Single player, free to play. Go have fun.